Let's now talk about Afghanistan, which has been grappling with an acute food crisis. With over 22 million people, or more than half of the country's population, suffering from severe hunger, and the majority unable to anticipate when their next meal will arrive. On one hand, Afghans are facing humanitarian crisis. On the other hand, the war-torn country is witnessing a series of terror attacks staged by Islamic State group. This year, Afghans celebrated Eid-ul-fitr under the shadow of terror and sorrow. Take a look.
This year, the religious celebration of Eid-ul-fitr in Afghanistan was not colorful. Bloody attacks on mosques and schools in several provinces during the final days of Ramadan put Afghans on edge as they celebrated the Islamic holiday. The war-torn country has witnessed a series of terror attacks staged by Islamic State group in the last few weeks. Just before Eid, a powerful explosion killed more than 50 worshippers at a mosque located in the west of Kabul. The attack came as worshippers at Khalifa Sahib Mosque gathered after Friday prayers for a congregation known as Zikr, an act of religious remembrance practiced by some Muslims but seen as heretical by some hardline Sunni groups. The explosion tore through the mosque, damaging the roof, which caved in on worshippers. Just a day before the incident, at least 9 people were killed and 15 wounded in separate blasts on 2 minibuses in the city of Mazar-e-Sharif in northern Afghanistan.
دیروز اینمی تصادفی که راه داد ساعت 4 بجه دیگر بود دیگه که دمیزه که ارقه بودن اینمی صورت گرفت انتحاری دیگه. ما از اینمی تقاضا میکنیم که باید به زودترین وقت جلو از این کارا گرفته شود و ما میخواهیم که بیاد.
Following the massive explosion at Khalifa Sahib Mosque, a passenger van bombing in Kabul next day left at least 1 person dead. Attacks against civilians targeting ethnic and religious minorities represent a disturbing trend in Afghanistan. The Taliban say they have secured the country since taking power in August and largely eliminated the Islamic State's local offshoot. But international officials say the risk of a resurgence in terrorism remains. Many analysts say these attacks are the result of the irresponsible withdrawal of US troops last year, which promised to restore peace for Afghan people.
شما ببینید که وقتی که آمریکایی ها در افغانستان آمدن چند وعده کلان در افغانستان دادن. وعده اول آنها مبارزه با گروه های تروریستی مانند القاعده و گروه های دیگه‌ای که در افغانستان بودن و آوردن امنیت در افغانستان. از دوم بحث حکومتداری خوب و بحث ارزش های دموکراسی. متاسفانه نه امنیت در افغانستان آمد، نه حکومتداری خوب در افغانستان شکل گرفت و نه دموکراسی به معنای واقعیش در افغانستان اجرا شد.
On one hand, Afghanistan faces an endless threat of terrorism. On the other hand, the country finds itself gripped by a severe humanitarian crisis. More than 90% of Afghans have been facing a shortage of food. Millions of Afghans are struggling to put food on the table. For them, the next meal is a matter of faith. The rising cost of food means many families and their children are only surviving on bread and water.
نن راغلی مې ته سودا اخیستلو ته کوم شی به چې مخکې په 100 هغه اوس په 200 ده. مخکې به هم 2 کیلو 3 کیلو ورته مجبور یم 1 کیلو هم نشي وړی. حکومت نه دا هیله کوو دا نرخونه کنټرول کړي.
People in Afghanistan had dreamed of peace and an end to conflicts to improve their situation, but not at the cost of losing the last 20 years of achievements. It seems that the forever war in Afghanistan is nowhere near its end.